Here we go again. It's time for joinDOTA here on Heflatv. Execration meets invasion. Let's hop into the draft.
Wow, you went for such a short intro, man.
Yeah, today's short intros, longer outros.
Yeah, well, Execration started out really standard with the Ember Spirit, which actually in the Southeast Asian scene wasn't that often banned, but well, I guess it's made its way there as well. Invasion though, taking out the Lycan, which makes sense in every region you're playing in. So, their secondary ban's about to come out as well. I would still think Invoker is definitely gonna get the ban, as well as maybe the Ancient Apparition.
Yep. Actually, they take quite their time. They even take overtime for the ban. This is something we usually don't see. Like, the first ban rotation goes bam, 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 bam. They always know what they want to get rid of. It's like Invoker, AA, like absolutely standard. Unless, well, sometimes we have like team preference goes towards, I don't know, if they don't want to see push, they go out and, I don't know, ban, for example, a Furion. But this is very, very uncommon. So, I'm actually surprised what happens to Execration here. It's a Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, it's... well, now we once again just see some small differences in the Western and Eastern scenes at the moment. But the first pick is still the Invoker, leaving the Ancient Apparition in the pool, as well as maybe the Dazzle or the Centaur Warrunner.
Yep, the Invoker goes out, so yeah, that would be my first guess, like Ancient Apparition, Centaur Warrunner. Like if this was any European or CIS match, I would totally say it, but the C guys, they always surprise me with uncommon stuff, so let's see what's coming here.
Yeah, the AA is the first pick, and well, they go for a Doom. It's also a really standard pick, but then again, it's one of the strongest heroes, even in the late game. If he doesn't have the farm, he still has the ability to just take one hero completely out of the fight with his ultimate. So, a pretty decent pickup.
But that means, like, for example, if they go for like the traditional Tower and Dagger initiation, we're gonna see it on Execration now. Unless they plan for something else. Yep, it is the Furion. The pushing power is coming out.
It's always nice to have the split push, I guess. Nature's Prophet, he used to be super popular, but has fallen off lately, just a little bit at least. But it's always nice to have the potential split push. You just don't have to fight, you rat your way out of the fights.
Yep.
And if he gets farmed, gets a sheep or something, he can also benefit in the team fights. And of course, early on, Wrath of Nature, some lucky bounces can lead to certain kills.
Oh yeah, we even had that this week, like with double and triple kills on the Nature's Wrath. That's always fun to watch, and always something where, I don't know, you start cursing as a player if he just got you before you like vanished into Fog of War. Something you, I don't know, like when I play a pub and I get hit by this, I'm like, oh well. But anyway, the second rotation of bans is coming. It is Enchantress and a Rasta on the other side. I can understand the Rasta simply because they don't want to have more pushing potential on Execration's side. But Execration, they says like, no jungler for you. They take out the Enchantress, they take out the Chen. So if they would go for a jungler, it has to be like an Enigma, for example. But I don't even know if Invasion wants to go for it. Like right now, I don't even see a sign that like they want to go into, I don't know, like dual lane plus jungler, for example.
Yeah, well, maybe it's something that Invasion usually goes for. I'm not too sure. I wouldn't have banked on it either. But I guess Execration, they probably know the scene a little bit better, although Invasion, actually they have been making a name for themselves lately, but I for one haven't seen nor casted them before, so
yeah,
looking forward to what they bring.
Absolutely new to me, to like Execration. We casted them probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 times already, like in the last season of JD. But yeah, Invasion, I'm actually looking forward to. I mean, for them it is, if I'm not mistaken, for about if they get into Division 1 or not.
Yeah, the one who wins this best of 3 gets automatically into Division 1, and the loser of this actually has to play versus Rex Requiem Quern, whatever,
yeah,
in the loser bracket final to see which the second team will be to get into the first division.
If you still got the link, you can just post it in our say it
Yep,
like on
will
our
do.
Twitch chat so the people have an idea what this is all about, because these games we cast right now on JD, they're absolutely crucial for the team. Like, it is about staying in their division, it is about getting in a higher division, and like, yeah, this definitely makes a difference, because then you pretty much have to play the entire season in that division. So we already casted some playoffs and some division qualifiers for the lower bracket teams, where like uprising teams came from Division 2 or from Division 3, 4 into Division 2, and that means really like a huge step for those teams. But anyway, before we get like, I don't know, dwelling into too much of the playoffs, there is a Disruptor out and a Dazzle for Execration.
Well, the Disruptor came out first, and well, it's a really good pick, especially even against the Nature's Prophet. When he TPs in, you just glimpse him back, and at least for 20 seconds, you will be completely free of that hero. And of course, just having the silence, just the pure catch-off potential. Somebody is running away, you glimpse him back into the kinetic field, Static Storm, and the Static Storm will be really good if he catches the Dazzle in it.
Yep, definitely. I like it, but this is interesting. A Weaver is coming out. So if I look at it, I mean, AA, Doom, Disruptor, Weaver, this looks like heavy team fight attempt by Invasion. They don't want to go, I don't know, so far, like, if you look at the pushing potential, it's almost not there. Of course, there's some counter push maybe by AA coming out, and Weaver can, at least when it comes to like a farmed Weaver, he can go for tier 1 towers and then just time-lapse out, like we've seen that before. But I mean, so far, like, the only pushing power they have is like by grouping up and go for 3-4-man push whatsoever. So yep, this is, I guess, their focus. While Execration, they have the potential of grouping up, team fighting, and of course the Nature's Prophet, the rat potential is always there. And now we even have a Visage on the pitch.
Yeah, increase the rat. Just rat grew in size. I mean, it's not the worst for Invasion to deal with. The familiar, sure, they can be annoying, but they're most annoying when you've actually lost already the tier 3 tower and your racks are exposed, which is a bad situation anyway to be in. But then again, Visage also just offers that early game burst potential. And Weaver, for one, definitely has to be careful of not dying before he gets the time lapse off.
Yep, definitely. There is quite some burst damage coming along the Weaver. Like, I don't know which spec the Invoker is going for, but we're gonna see. But like, if the Weaver, I don't know, gets caught out, there's a lot of burst damage coming towards him, so he has to be really careful on his time-lapse trigger. But I don't know, let's see. This Weaver definitely, this is one of the games where he's probably going Lincolns just to absorb whatever is coming from the Invoker, because he's pretty much the disable source at the moment. And of course, the Soul Assumption always something nice to absorb, especially if it's full stacks. And yeah, so this is Lincoln's Weaver 99%. And we see more bans coming now.
Yeah, Invasion, take out the Lifestealer. I guess would have been a pretty decent choice, although Lifestealer getting doomed, it's completely the end of him. But then again, that's the case for any hero, so Execration, they definitely have to go for some core for their safe lane or aggressive tri lane, whichever they want to go for. And actually the Luna is still available as well. I think it's definitely a possibility to just increase the push even further a bit.
Yep, definitely. I actually like it, even though I guess the Naix would have fit in the Execration, but I don't know, I can understand the pack for sure, because the pack in mid against the Invoker, it's definitely nice. It's also something that plays in with the Ancient Apparition. The Dream Coil holding everybody in place. You have time for Kinetic Field, for Static Storm. The Weaver can rumble around. The Doom has an easy setup, and of course the Ice Blast, like a smaller area, like potentially with the Dream Coil. So the pack would have been really a nice pick for Invasion, but not gonna see it because it's banned. Instead, they go for a Dragon Knight, so they go tanky. If you look at it, I mean, Doom and Dragon Knight, both really tanky. The Weaver, hard to kill unless you have nice lockdown. So, yeah, they really go team fight.
Yeah, I'm guessing Doom probably gonna pick up the Shivas now, leaving Dragon Knight for the Assault Cuirass maybe. Depending on, of course, how much farm they get. Maybe Doom will actually get both of those items. But yeah, like you said, they're going tanky. The Dragon Knight also gives them some push with just the debuff from the Elder Dragon form. And, well, I think they have a really well-rounded lineup, to be honest. They have quite a lot of late game with the Weaver, Dragon Knight, and the Doombringer. early to mid game, they have the Ice Blast, the Doom, and of course Disruptor with the Glimpse potential to just pick heroes off. I mean, they're just strong every single stage of the game.
Yep, definitely. And now with the last pick, they take quite their time, but they still have 40 seconds left, so there's no rush.
Well, if they do go for the Luna, it's the case of Luna having to rush that BKB for sure.
It can also be a Spectre, to be honest. Like Spectre with a global presence, plus the Nature's Prophet with a global presence. That would actually fit into this as well.
It wouldn't be bad.
But it is a Juggernaut. Okay,
Well,
we were so far off.
indeed we were. I mean, Invasion banned out the Lifestealer as well, I guess, right? So, I mean, having a magic immunity built in is really good against the Disruptor, just so you can avoid the Glimpse of all things. And of course, get your way out of the Static Storm as well. Maybe, if you get the Rage on before that is. But I mean, Juggernaut definitely isn't as strong as the Disruptor, but I think it was in the WPC Ace or whatever the cup is, that a Juggernaut actually outcarried a Phantom Lancer in the end. So,
Yep, definitely. And there we go. And the instant pause for a toilet. Well, this is something new. Usually we have other excuses like, wait, we gotta reload, wait, we gotta disconnect, or just, you know, a normal pause coming the way. But either way, let's go for a fast team introduction then. We have Ninja Boogie playing the Juggernaut. BG1 is on the Dazzle. Like, Abang is on the Invoker. Did I just say Invoker? No, Dazzle. No, I'm oh my god, I'm already confused. It's just 1 minute into the game. Fox is playing the Visage, and Iwi is on the Nature's Prophet.
and for the Radiant side, for Invasion, ADTR playing on the Disruptor with Snow, playing the Weaver, leaving the third one or the tri-lane being F-set on the Ancient Apparition. Mid lane will be taken up by Imba on the Dragon Knight, and No Name is going to be playing the Doom on the safe lane. So aggressive tri-lane with the Weaver. It should be a really good tri-lane. This Juggernaut shouldn't be fighting too much farm, I think.
And there we go. Now we go for a real pause. Like, there's no game without a disconnect. It can't be. Like, it wouldn't be a real game without a proper disconnect.
Well, I'm hoping that stereotype will change at some point.
No, it will never change. As long as there's professional Dota, there's always a pause for whatever reason. But anyway,
it's so weird, man.
let's see who got the wards. Like, one ward, like in this aggressive try, is on a Disruptor, and maybe Doom has one. No, Doom actually does not have one. Who got the second one? Oh, one is on the AA, and the AA is also the sentry carrier, so he's staying back a bit. So I guess, like, my assumption is the Disruptor is gonna block out the camp, and maybe the AA is gonna plant that in the mid, offensively, or maybe it's even the top rune ward. On the other side, we have, well, Dazzle has the sentries. Visage has one, and let's see, Nature's Prophet actually, he went for the trees first, so he's scouting out the runes, as we can already see, and he also has one ward, so this is probably gonna be a protective ward somewhere here in this area to protect whatever is coming from the side. But he will be disappointed because he's just gonna face a Doom, and to be honest, I think the Doom is gonna have a hard time right at the start, simply because if he starts with the trees, and the Doom, like, for all those people who don't know, a Doom always starts with 0 armor, like 0 base armor. He gets 1 base armor on level 3, but like till then he's pretty much as squishy as a Wisp, and this is something Nature's Prophet definitely can benefit from. Oh, and we see the first encounter.
Yeah, they find the Disruptor. He was rushing with boots of speed to get the Observer Ward down to probably get the block, or maybe just some vision on the lane as well. But Ninja Boogie, he was really fast, just started out from his base straight away just to interrupt that ward from coming out, and it was successful at the moment.
Yep, and Invasion, they're like kind of passive. They were not interested in engaging simply because the Juggernaut Blade Fury, even on level 1, is a very powerful tool. So even if they were 2 on 3, like, there was a lot of potential damage coming.
Yeah, there definitely was. Blade Fury does 400 damage if you get to stay in range, but there's the Chilling Touch. Juggernaut taking a lot of right-click damage actually, even with the Stau Chill. Now Snow going in with the Sukuchi as well. They maybe want to go for the kill. Weaver from the high ground is attacking, and Ninja Boogie has to already use his salve.
Yep, it is not a kill, but it's definitely a harass worth it. This is 100 gold down the train, the salve already being used, and he needs that regeneration to stay on the lane, because now the only thing he got is 4 tangos, and the illusion also went to invasion, so they can scout out now with it. And like, if they deal with illusions here, then yeah, they're gonna miss pretty much the experience of the first wave. This is definitely not a good start for Axe here.
Yeah, Invasion did just get kind of lucky to actually find Ninja Boogie there on the Juggernaut.
Oh,
and now mid lane Invoker in some double Thunderstrike was there, but Dragon Knight, no spells, he's only level 1, used to Breathe Fire beforehand already. So just some harass, and that's yet another salve being used.
I definitely like what I see here, like Invasion being absolutely aggressive. Like, this is the second salve they pop before the first minute in the game. And like on Doom, on his safe lane, we saw what we usually see. Like, he picked up a Centaur Warrior, he devoured him, and now is on the lane. So he got the stun at his exposal, and yeah, well, the attack speed, which doesn't really help him, but yeah, at least he got the starter experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best creep to get if you're just laning in a 1 versus 1 situation. It also pushes out your lane thanks to the swiftness aura. So this Nature's Prophet should be feeling quite safe, because he's gonna be under his own tower quite a lot.
Yep, definitely. And to be honest, I think like having the Unholy Aura, just the 4 additional regen, that would have been nice, because right now we see how he's already getting harassed out. Just the right clicks and the trees. This is quite some harassing. As I said, against 0 base armor, this is quite some damage you eat there. Oh,
yeah,
now Weaver.
Oh,
but
now
yeah,
gets the Sukuchi out. That spell is just so strong. The only downside of it is on the early levels, its cooldown is rather long.
Yep.
So he can only use it once to get the escape, but this time there's no actual stuns coming out from Xctn, so they can't really lock the Weaver down, which is perfect for a Weaver game.
Yep, definitely. What I really like is this sentry ward here. It just helps if there is a sentry ward by Xctn, then yeah, they would scout it out, so the Weaver can actually freely Chikuchi around. Oh, and now we see some man fighting here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, the Scorcher is active actually. Oh, there's the Warstorm coming into play, and he gets the first blood.
Yep, very nice there. Invasion gets the first blood, and I think the Nature's Prophet kinda underestimated like how much damage a Doom can do with a level 2 Scorched Earth. Like, usually we see the points getting directly into Devour, but he chose a 1-2 build, and yeah, it definitely works out. I mean, the Nature's Prophet is fast back, so he doesn't lose too much, but yeah, the Doom just reached level 5. So in one level, we might see another kill just with the Doom.
And do you think the Doom is actually maybe gonna go for Arcane Boots now as well? Just to have that mana supply, because he's completely out of it. Using the Warstorm takes so much out of him early game. And
nice.
If he doesn't go for the Arcanes, I mean, he won't even be able to devour on the lane.
I don't think he's too much interested in it. I think we see... No,
oh, he's bottle. The bottle, yeah.
Yep, there's a bottle up on him.
So, well, that just defeats the purpose of Arcane Boots as well, I guess. So, a nice pickup though, because he does get harassed just from the right click, so the bottle will give him health as well as mana. And like you said, once he hits that level 6, this Nature's Prophet is gonna have to be really careful.
Yep, if that Doom is full mana, like the Doom damage plus the Scorched Earth damage, that is enough to easily kill a Nature's Prophet. And with the HP region coming out by the Scorched Earth, he can anytime just dive the tower. Like, he doesn't really have to worry about it. He's level 6 now. He got that 1 armor I was talking about. Level 7, 8, he gets even a second one, so he's ready to fight.
Yeah, he definitely is, and that's exactly what you want from that hero, if you pick it up. And actually, mid lane now, Dragon Knight has picked himself up a Haste Rune as well, so if he hits level 6 while having that Haste Rune still bottled up, he can definitely either rotate or even maybe go for the kill on the Invoker. But no, never mind, he activates it now, just to farm up the lane.
Yep, definitely. But it's also something dangerous. And yep, so far every single... Oh, I think top...
Juggernaut wants to go Poison Touch on Ancient Apparition. There's the Blade Fury TP in by the Nature's Prophet as well. Ancient Apparition does go down. Soul Assumption on the Disruptor. He gets sprouted up. Grave Shield as well. That's a double kill for the tri-lane suddenly. And the last hero... on the run, Dazzle does use the Shallow Grave and actually escapes Nose Weaver.
Yep,
So
definitely.
2
That
for
was
0.
not worth it. Like losing the 2 supports, the Weaver just not dishing enough damage out. Like this is something they should have known. And this is exactly the combo we were talking about. That's why Invasion wasn't too aggressive at the start. If you get slowed by the Dazzle and then the Blade Fury comes in, it's just so much damage.
It's definitely the Weaver is the only one who can actually stay in the front lines. Like you said, that combination does so much damage, and it's level 2 Blade Fury now as well. So it just increases so much. It's 100 extra damage per each level actually. So once he maxes it out, it's 700 potential damage.
Yep, definitely. And I'm surprised that Doom didn't go on a Nature's Prophet yet. I mean, he didn't get quite some harass damage, and you see how passive that Nature's Prophet is. He's like, oh my god, I know, he got Doom and he got Scorched Earth. Like, if he wants to, he can just go for me. So he's super passive.
Well, he's playing it smart. I mean, doesn't want to feed the Doom anymore. There's the Breath of Nature, but they don't follow it up with anything. I thought that they might be coordinating a gank somewhere. Usually that's when you want to use it. It's on a 90-second cooldown, so it's not the longest, but still, every little helps in getting those kills.
Yep, definitely. And now we see a pause. FPS drop. Oh, well. Well, that's at least a legit reason for a pause.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you want to deal with, but our go has been given, so hopefully we'll be fine already.
Oh, this was probably the shortest pause in the last week of casting.
I bet it's like antivirus started scanning.
Yeah, something like that. It's always something like that. Things you
Yeah,
just want to have disabled.
Yeah, I don't even use an antivirus, I don't care, man.
You're manly.
I just don't go to weird sites, that's enough.
Oh, in before you got hacked.
Well, you need a firewall to prevent hacking, not an antivirus.
True. I don't care. I just have it all running. My computer is super. But anyway, we saw a nice ward coming out here, so there's now the uphill vision here for mid. That definitely helps the Invoker, simply for the fact that if there are some rotations, like for example the Disruptor, like yeah, he's not in danger. But Nature's Prophet abandoned his lane. He knows it's too dangerous against the Doom. But yeah, Doom is happy. Free farm for him.
Oh, Nature's Prophet gonna snipe the courier, 1 hit, he needs 2 more, but there's the glimpse coming out before he gets the third and last right click.
Very nice reaction there by Disruptor.
Yeah, it's if he would have killed the courier, that's just so much gold, especially early on. It's almost like a tower.
Oh, and but they placed a observer ward here, but what they don't see, the sentry actually got replaced by now a dire sentry, so they can see the Chikuchi. This is bad news for Invasion there. That means a lot less freedom for the Weaver here.
I mean, well, okay, there's the Omni Slash now, so yeah, he definitely has to be careful. Otherwise, sure, there are slows coming out from Execration, but the Shukuchi should have been enough, but with the Omni Slash in play as well, oh god. This Weaver is so squishy, and one Omni Slash actually will solo kill him.
Yep, definitely.
Oh.
And for those people like in Twitch who can't see anything, it's really nothing on our side we can do. It has something to do with your ad block, most likely. Like I already had a couple people writing us on Facebook that they can't see Twitch streams at the moment, and there have been like several posts about ad block or other programs that usually, I don't know, block pop-ups whatsoever, but apparently they also block like ads or even streams that come up on Twitch, so it's nothing we can do on our side, guys. I'm really sorry about that.
It's definitely not an awesome thing to be dealing with. But speaking of the game, Invoker, he went for Exort, went for a Midas, which is rather standard for Exort Invokers, but do you actually think Exort has any point in this game?
I don't know, Exort, no, I don't like it, simply because there's not enough lockdown, like for example setting up Sunstrikes. Usually we see that in combination, I don't know, with, I don't know, Nightmares for example, and Feebles, etc. That's like, I mean, Fiend's Crypt. So, but this time there's not really much to set it up. Sprout maybe.
Yeah, that's so weird. I mean, I guess it, actually top lane, yeah, like I said, Omni Slash solo killing the Weaver. Too fast to even notice.
Yep, and at pretty much almost the same time, the tier 1 tower goes down and they don't do anything. But like in the mid, Invoker as well, just getting the kill. Like on each and every lane there's so much action. 3 versus 3 on the bottom. The Juggernaut gets the solo kill, obviously with the Omni Slash, and Invoker gets the AA. A bit greedy there, I guess, the AA. He wanted to soak up some XP just to get his level 6 done, but yeah, didn't work out. But either way, 2 kills given away and the tier 1 down.
Well, I think even though Xctn lost the tier 1, they'll definitely be happy to make that trade, especially as the Weaver did go down. I mean, they had a really nice start, but now Weaver actually 15 last hits behind of Ninja Boogie on the Juggernaut, so...
Oh, and we see already action here in the bottom lane. One was doomed up and Doom is going for more.
Yeah, there's the slow from the cold Ice Vortex as well. There's a nice War Stomp once again with the right click. Nature Prophet gonna fall solo. Kinetic Peel does catch him. The Glimpse even wasted, but Doom does grab the kill.
Pretty nice there. Like that one little slow helped so much, so he can actually set up this stun. And there is like the Arcane Boots on Disruptor helping the Doom, because like yeah, he's so mana vulnerable at the start.
Especially as he went for the mech as well. I mean, he didn't even have any mana to use it even. So that's one big issue for him at the start, but depending on what item he's gonna go for next. If he goes for the Shiva straight away, if he gets the Mystic Staff, there will be no more mana problems. Oh, there's the Cold Snap into the middle lane on Dragon Knight. He has to be careful, the Sprout will be there as well. Can he actually stun? Oh, nice 3-end block as well. Invoker grabs the kill, Doom wants to come in. Can't get there in time, no mech to save the Dragon Knight.
Yep, there's also too many creeps. I mean, look, there's 4 Treants, like the Forged Spirits, and 4 heroes on top of that. Doom has to be really careful. Another Sprout and he might be actually in danger.
It's... well, at least the Sprout was just on cooldown from using it on the Dragon Knight. But the 3-end block just coming into play there. The Dragon Knight, even if he wouldn't have escaped, he would have made sure that Execration has to dive a little bit harder. So the support rotations would have been there for invasion, but they got nothing. They lost the Dragon Knight and the tier 1 tower as well. Execration, they're having a pretty nice time at the moment, I have to say.
Yep, definitely. But it's still looking kind of equal. We have to look into graphs, and so far Invasion has a small advantage. It used to be above 2k, now it's going downwards, almost just 1k left. The graph just updated, and XP wise we are actually 1500 advantage there for Axa.
And this advantage should be rising maybe a little bit more, because Nature's Prophet has his Hand of Midas, which is something that's on no heroes, for Invasion at least. So already the Midas will be giving them some XP, and of course Invasion, they're just grouped up, going for the tier 1 middle lane, and there's the Glyph. Actually TP is coming in as well, they want to go defend, the Omni Slash is available, so maybe Cold Snap. Oh, Glimpse back on the Invoker, but he didn't TP in, so Glimpse wasted.
That was the wrong Glimpse.
Familiar's coming in as well, one stun completely misses, No Name now stunned up, there's the Chaos Meteor as well, Mech comes out, but Doom drops so low already, has to back off, and Juggernaut doomed up, Ice Blast as well. Juggernaut actually will go down, the Shadow Grave will buy some time, but Dragon Knight on the run as well, Soul Assumption not getting the kill. So only the Dazzle going down, and they're gonna get Visage as well, and No Name gets that kill.
Goes down eventually. So this was not really worth it, like even a Dazzle going down in a desperate attempt to rescue the Juggernaut. So yep, the only upside is that Mr. Rat in person brought down the tier 1 bottom there. And now he's starting to get even on the other tier 1.
Well, he's definitely doing what a good Nature's Prophet does at the moment, and just making something from a completely horrible situation otherwise. And we were actually going for it. The Ice Blast won't hit, but the Nature's Prophet doesn't have a TP for another 13 seconds. No mana for the Sprout either. Sukuchi plus the Swarm actually might be enough, but support rotations are coming in. It is Ninja Boogie.
Yep,
so
and
immediate
he has to really care, He has no time lapse ready, and this is level... No, actually it's still level 1 Omni Slash, so he might actually survive it, but yeah. Not leading to a kill. 6 and 5, but 2.5 towers pretty much, but they also got the 2 towers in mid, and this is pretty good, because if they lose a team fight again, they have to use buybacks, because the next thing that follows is like push on a tier 3, and this is something you don't want. You don't want to have your, I don't know, your base exposed that early. I mean, we're 14 minutes in.
It's definitely not good losing a tier 2 tower that early, especially if it's the mid lane. The top lane is the least useful for execration on the dire side, but losing the mid lane, it gives them a lot less mobility, whatever, towards the Roche pit as well, if Invasion is going to try to sneak it at some point. I guess they're waiting for at least maybe some sort of minus armor before that. Maybe the Linken's finished up on the Weaver as well, but Invasion definitely has the potential to snatch the Roche.
Yeah, what I really don't like at the moment is that, like, I don't know, Exit, they don't have the strongest team fight. If I look at it and just add a couple core items on each and every hero, I think Invasion comes out on top. So they have to win this game by pushing, by split pushing especially. And now, oh god, we're gonna see some huge engagement here. 4 people, 1 invisible. No, actually, no, it's 4-man smoke. And they go.
There's the Shadow Blade as well from the Dragon Knight. Ice Blast is about to fly. Invoker gets stunned up. Oh, 3-man Static Storm as well. They just get blown up. Visage is gonna fall and triple kill for No Name. They might get the Familiars as well. They already killed one, I think.
What a disaster. 4 down, both Familiars going. No? Maybe not?
Oh yeah, they're gonna get it.
There they get it. And now, yep, they don't even have to wait for the creeps. For this, like the Dragon Knight can just tank it up, and this is 4 kills, 2 Familiars, and the tower on top. Oh god, like we have to wait like a couple seconds till the craft updates, but this is gonna be a huge impact on the game. So, Exit, they definitely have to change something ASAP, or this game is gonna end, I don't know, at like 20-25 minutes, pretty fast.
Yeah, it's definitely just snowballing. That fight, that smoke wraparound, and of course the Ice Blast with the Static Storm, both catching 3 heroes. Just complete decimation for Execration.
Yeah. And they have to fight, and this is what comes now.
Okay, can they actually catch anybody? Juggernaut coming in, there's the Omnislash straight away, disrupted, drops low, but there's the mech coming out from Doom, Ice Blast as well. Only hits the Vicious actually, but there's the Chaos Meteor coming out, Doom. Shoot fall, but oh, barely gets to run away for the time being, as Nature's Prophet dropping super low on the run as well. Dazzle somehow still alive, and actually I can't believe there's only 1 casualty, but AA is gonna drop down on Ninja Boogie. Shallow graved up, he has to escape later, gonna come off cooldown. Static Storm actually stopping Invoker from casting anything, and 3 for 2 currently, but Invoker 4-staffs himself away. Snow is still on the chase, he gets poison touched up as well, and actually the minus armor on him. He's taking a ton of damage, time lapse away though. Wow, nicely done, and No Name wicked sick gets the kill on the Dazzle.
Directly stunned after he landed the TP.
Oh, why the hell did he even TP in? He went so greedy, but just paid his price.
This was a complete team wipe +1 since the Visage got back into it. But yeah, he just arrived there, and the first thing he saw was Dragon Tail by the Dragon Knight. So what a disaster for Exa at the moment. 16 and 7, and we have to look at the crafts. Like, at least the first fight is updated now, as we can see here. This is heading towards probably 10k. Oh my god, and Nature's Prophet just doing a crucial mistake. No, actually, Weaver's not gonna pursue it. He saw that there are sentries on him. But still, looking in the XP craft now, this is 5,000 and climbing. The second fight hasn't been updated there yet, so yeah, this is gonna look evil on the crafts. Exa really has to think about how they get back into this game.
It's just those 2 fights making such a huge difference. The gold as well now. 10k lead for Invasion there. Execration, they were looking pretty decent at some point. Suddenly, 2 team fights completely and utterly lost. Invasion only lost 2 supports within 2 team fights.
Yep, this looks really grim. And now we have Dragon Knight already skipping here, 1 creep wave, and there is the fleet behind him. 3 people just waiting to get the last outer tower.
Well, I guess they should get it rather fast as well. And now actually there's a Blink Dagger up on No Name's Doom. So the initiation will be even better for them. Oh, and double damage bottled up on the Dragon Knight as well. If Execration wants to come look for a fight, I think they're gonna find one definitely.
Yep, this is... I don't think Exa could defend this, but it looks like Invasion. They want to go back. They're not up for this, which is surprising because with the double damage and all the ultimates ready, like just 1 heavy Ice Blast and a Fire Breath, maybe some collateral damage to Swarm or Chikuchi, and like you have already 2 or 3 people shattering. now they go again, it seems.
Yeah, they were waiting for the BKB from the Dragon Knight, I guess. He just had it delivered by the courier, so the weave coming out aggressively. There's the glimpse though with the kinetic field on the Visage. He's gonna go down almost straight away. Shallow Grave buys some time, but like I said, only buying time, and Dragon Knight actually kills off the Dazzle with only like 3 right clicks.
Yep.
That double damage.
Double damage to a double kill, and now they can just go high crown. It's funny, I have to look already at buybacks, but like, yeah, Visage, Dazzle, they can't even buy back. Now there's the Doom on the Invoker, and that's done. And
yeah,
no
Ninja Boogie
Juggernaut.
Dragon tailed up as well. There's the Ice Blast War Stomp, and
Oh my
wow,
God.
blown up.
We're looking at a GG here. Like, they had to already use buybacks, whatever buybacks there are available.
They definitely need everything, but Ninja Boogie doesn't have it on the Juggernaut. He didn't even get to use his the Omni Slash, and oh, Dragon Tail onto Visage. BKB activated by Dragon Knight just in case. There's the Chaos Meteor, actually killing off the Ancient Apparition, but Invoker falls himself as well.
A game. We look at 20 minutes GG. What a solid draft, solid game, solid laning, solid pushing, and very solid team fight. Invasion looking good, I have to say it. Exa, they just didn't find in this game. They did not find a single anything they could have a grab on. So Invasion takes game number 1, but guys, this is a best of 3, so don't worry, we're back in a bit.